welcome to Nara Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. Ladies and gentlemen, it has taken a while for us to get to this point, but we're here. So, we, we have a feedback, and I've got to figure that out. Goodness gracious me. So, let's see. Okay. Now, we had some technical difficulties on the other end. So let's mute. Let's, so I have a double take. Let me work this out. Hold on. So I'm wondering if on the other end there's two phones going with the live because I'm getting a feedback. I'm hearing my voice twice. So let's try to work that out. Okay, so let's try that again. I think that solved the problem. Goodness gracious me. Welcome back to Nara Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. So we always have to be on our toes. I'm hearing again. Um, no, it did not. I'm going to, Karen, if you're in the backstage and you're listening, is there a speaker or another phone with that live on it? We need only one phone to be on that live because we're getting a feedback. Okay, we're going to try again, just to make sure that we're getting a clean feed. I don't hear the echo anymore, or the reverberation of the audio. Okay, so we're getting a feedback. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, I don't hear it. And gonna try to get the show going. Okay, so we're still getting the feedback. Um, I don't know if you're using a speaker there, Karen, but it, I'm getting that feedback on my end. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're gonna try to work the show with to see whether or not we can get rid of the feedback on the fly. So we'll just go work with it for the time being. So welcome back to Now Promotion, the Real Deal Podcast Show. This is Nara Promotions, the Real Deal Podcast Show, which highlights the history and current status of the Jamaican reggae music culture. Our objective is to first inform our audience of the rich Jamaican culture that exists in Southeast Elizabeth and Southwest Manchester of Jamaica. We open our lens and our microphones mostly to the south central section of the island of Jamaica to highlight the many reggae artists, reggae bands, reggae sound systems, the food, the lifestyle, the people, and the businesses help to influence and mold the rich Jamaican culture across the globe. Secondly, we will from time to time engage our Jamaican diaspora to gain insights on the progress of the Jamaican culture, reggae culture across the globe. Laura Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show airs every week, and especially on a Saturday. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, and click the notification bell for this family-friendly show, and tell it to everyone. We thank you in advance, and please give us positive feedback. Today, without any further ado, we will bring on our guest. It's been a while, and we haven't the feedback, and I'm going to try to work through it, guys. So I don't know if on the other end, something is going on there that I don't know about. So here we go. We bring on Karen and Stubban. How are you guys doing? Karen
Well,
and Stubban.
we are all right so far.
So tell me something. You have a speaker going on in the background or another
No,
phone?
there's no speaker on. No, no, no.
Or is there someone with another phone on the show
Oh,
close by?
you have your phone? Yeah, somebody sitting close by with with a phone.
Yeah, so they need to step away because we're getting a we're hearing,
Right.
so they're
But it
not
is not
hearing.
on. It is not on, you know.
It's not on.
No, put it.
Are
The
they
phone is not
watching the
on.
show?
The
Is
phone
there
is
some?
not on.
Is, yeah, are they watching the show?
No.
Okay, we're having a terrible feedback.
Try repeat. Mm-mm. Just put the phone on inside your so the phone that will connect. Put it inside. Put it inside and come back. Mm. Okay. You still have your feedback same way?
Hold on, I'm gonna check on my end before I go any further because this is. Yeah, hold on. through the noise, that feedback. It's there, and I can't seem to stop it unless I stop the whole entire show. So I'm going to work through it. All right. So welcome back again. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing.
Okay. So welcome to Stubban and Karen. Finally, we're here. It took a while for us to get here. And are you hearing me well?
Yes, I'm hearing.
Okay, so let's start with you. Stubborn. Where were you born?
Stubborn.
Where were you born?
Yeah, where were you born? Which part of Jamaica?
Born in Manchester.
Which district?
New Balbec.
Prospect District, New Balbec, PA.
Oh, so um, in Baalbek district. And Karen, where were you born? Were you born in Prospect as well,
Yes, I was born in Prospect here.
Karen?
I I was born in Prospect. Not hearing.
I'm having
Not
trouble with the
hearing?
feed. Yes, go ahead.
I am born in Prospect.
Okay, wonderful. And tell me, how did you guys meet? Um, Karen, tell me.
Okay.
Yes,
It was at a party. It was at a party that was keeping in Prospect here. And he I was there with my friends, and he sent someone to call me and said, I like that little slim girl, you know. What a pretty girl with her pretty eyes them. I like her, you know. So the
mhm.
person can tell me, and he said to the person that he must call me. So anyhow, I go cross and I went to him, and he was saying, wow, your eye them is so attractive. It alone turned me on. And from there, he must call me. Anyhow, I go cross and I went to him.
Okay.
He was
Yeah,
saying,
we're getting a double take on your voice, so I'm trying to work it out as you're talking. So so tell me about that meeting, Stubborn. When
Yes,
you sent for her, did she come at the same time?
mm,
yes. When I sent for her, she come and said, "What's up?" I said to her, I was looking on you and your eyes so pretty, and I'm admiring you. And I sent one of my friends to call you, and you come. So, music was playing at Prospect School, and it's a breaking up. And then I asked if you can give me a dance, and she said, "Yeah." And then from dance, I asked if she want a drink, and she said, "Yeah." And I buy a drink for I buy a drink for her and her friends them. And from there, we start to talk.
Right.
Yeah,
Lovely, lovely. And this was some 30 years ago.
yes,
Am I
yes,
right? You're still with us?
yes,
yes,
perfect,
This was some from about 30 years ago.
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. And did you guys immediately know that you're going to get married after you started to date? Was it
No,
something that was you had to work through? So immediately you formed a bond when you met.
yes,
Well,
Can you?
when I meet her,
Okay. So
ready?
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, when I met her,
Yes,
I
go
did
ahead.
have a missus and this, I did have a missus, but man all over, love woman.
I, I tell you. So you know, as you progress, I know you said I got the information that you started farming from 14 years old. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, from 14.
Okay, so you've always been a farmer, and you
Yes,
you also had also we you used to run a bar as well and a little grocery, right?
yes,
So you've always been in business. So when Karen and yourself got together, then you start both of you started working the business and the farm together. Was that right?
Yes.
yes,
Tell me about those days prior to getting married. How it was, because this was 30 years ago, and you're talking some serious times. Those days were rough. So tell me, as you began to gel together, you were still doing the farming and you still had
yes,
the shop. Tell me about those days. How was it for both of you trying to pull things together?
yes. I have the farming going on, and she was doing
Dressmaking.
dressmaking, and
Oh, good.
have the business going on. So she have do the dressmaking and I run the business at the same time out at the shop.
Wonderful. So, Karen, tell me, how was it for you, trying to juggle both the shop and your dressmaking? How did that work out?
Well, the machine was out by the shop, so when I'm not that busy in the bar, I went started sewing. You understand?
Okay, so what did you
Yeah.
sew? Uniforms, dresses,
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Tell us about
dresses
it.
and even pants and shirts
For men and women?
for men.
Okay, great. So, how did tell me about it? Because 30 years ago, were they still selling pants and all them thing? Um, where did you get all the material?
No, they bring the material to me.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
So you didn't have to go out physically and get the
No, no,
material.
no.
So you,
They bring
oh,
it to
good,
me.
wonderful. So, Stubborn, tell me about the farm at that time. Was it a big farm, or you were just doing different crops, catch crops, and all that stuff? Tell me about it.
Well, I do a lots of crop. I was planting peanut, tomato, sweet pepper, scallion, thyme, sweet potato. You
So,
know.
I need to get to the deeper part of it. You grow the crop, but how did you get it to market?
Oh, yo, I have the eagle in my ears. You come and buy it, buy it and take it to the market. I have people from Sierra, New Forest, Prospect, name it,
Okay,
all around. You
so
know.
the people that take it to market would come to your farm to buy
Yeah,
the good, to buy the crop out of the ground.
the, yeah, the people take it, them come and buy it and take it to the market. And sometimes I
Okay,
credit it to them and them come and pay me, when it come on Sunday or Monday.
so how was it back then, 30 years ago? Was it did you make a profit? Was it hard to make a profit? Was farming less expensive that time? Tell me about it.
Yeah, you have less expense. Farming
Okay,
wasn't that expensive like now. Less expense. So the less money you spend, and you make more money at that
oh,
time.
right. Now,
Now the farm, the expense is very high, and it's hard on us to make it. For some time, the same fertilizer we usually sell for say $400 those time and $300. The same fertilizer selling for 11,000 now. And the same time the crop coming, no market, the price is $20. Sometimes it's $50. So it's very hard now. to make it. And man labor is very expensive now. First time you paying less money to a man to work. Like you pay $200. Now you have to pay 5,000 a day and lunch, and you have to give them a drink too. So it's
So
very hard now.
this has caused you and Karen to plan a different strategy in terms of getting your produce to market. So she runs the business of getting it to the market. Is that so, Karen?
Yes.
So you make, instead of selling it to somebody for cheap, you get it to the market for both of you.
The point is this is a lot, so me alone can't sell it. So I have to need other higglers to come in.
Okay, so is it? Let me ask both of you: is it a case where now I heard Stubban said you make less of a profit now? You don't. Your profit is not much, or you don't make a profit. But do you break even at least where you can see back your money to replant that crop?
No, no better than.
Yes, sometimes you see the money and sometimes you have to put on money. You have to put money. Take money out your pocket again to go back because you're living. So you got to do it. You just understand?
Okay,
It's a thing what you have to do. So you got to do it.
so let me ask you this, because you also have you're getting some advice from RADA. That's the So tell me about that, the RADA section to this. Is it helping to ease the pain of the expense to bring the crops from start to produce?
Not much, because the rather sometimes them will call you and give you a pack of seed, then they'll give you no fertilizer, you have to buy the lizer. Sometimes they give you a bag of lizer, they don't give you no seed. So the rather is not a help to, I don't know about the next person, but me to that.
Mhm.
You know? I have to have my own money cash to do the farm. You
So
know?
let me ask you again: does the government have or your representative there, the councillors or MPs, they help the farmers there like yourself?
Not more than so. Not more than so. Sometimes them say they will give you a bag of lizer for 1 year. You know, that is a drop in the bucket. That is nothing.
Hmm.
You know, cause you are the farming now get a bag of lizer from your representative, your MP, or the councillor. That is nothing. Big for a whole year. So it is not nothing much. Nothing much help. You know. So you have to tile for your own. You have to tile on your own. That you have to tile on your own. So basically, you're on your own.
Okay, we lost internet feed there for a second.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm just gonna check to make sure all the systems are working properly. Hold on a second. All right, camera's good. Okay. All right. Can hear me clearly, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, hearing it.
Good, good. Yeah. So just going back to what we were saying before. So let me kind of reintroduce the
The,
show. This is Naram Promotion, the Real Deal podcast show. We had a break in transmission because of the internet problems, but we seem to be back online and everything seems to be working fine. We have Karen and Stubban from Prospect District, Manchester, on live on Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. So welcome back. So we were talking about how Karen and Stubborn met, and they met at a party, and we were also talking about the business that Stubborn had. He has always been farming since he was 14 years old. They've met over 30 years ago, and Stubborn had a business. Karen and Stubborn got together. She was doing her sewing, and she was running the business while he was running the farm. So came together as a team, and he's Stubborn is now saying that back then farming was much cheaper in terms of getting the fertilizers, the seeds, and so on, and the manpower. But now it's 1,000% more to be paid out to get the seeds from birth to produce. So you are saying that there's very little government help. RADA does not subsidize much of it, and
yeah.
you have now. What I'm seeing is that you keep the business aspect going. Karen, you run that section like a bar and a little shop. You still do your sewing?
No.
No. Okay, so it's much tougher. How's the water situation there now in Prospect? You getting much
Well,
more farming water, or is it very expensive?
very expensive. We have to buy the water for the farm. You know, it's very expensive. We have the domestic water, but we cannot use it like the irrigation what they have in New Forest. So it's very expensive. So we cannot use it. Sometimes we have to buy the water from the truck and boycott our one. 'Cause it was cheaper. And if them catch you use it, then we cut it off. So we have to buy the water from the truck. People them chuck water to us and we pay for it.
Okay, we seem to be having a bad internet problem. The feed is not so stable. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing.
Okay, good. So we have to probably work through it. I've got to clip this interview so we can cut out the dead spots. But you need to come into in focus, Stubborn, because you're out of focus. I can barely see you. So you got to kind of turn the camera. Yeah. Now you're in the focus. Yeah. So kind of share the view, or just take the phone out a little bit. Yeah. So both of you on. You can see yourselves. Yeah. There you go. All right. Goodness gracious me. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yes, man. So Stubborn and Karen, I know 30 years ago you met and you struggled through those tough times, and you've seen a lot change in terms of the economy, where prices kept on rising, but you kept afloat in business. So I was asking you about the water situation, because you need a lot of water to farm. How do
Yeah.
you get your water? Is it from NWC, the National Water Commission, or do you have to truck water in?
I have to chuck water. I have to buy the water from the chuck.
That's extremely expensive. And
Yeah.
do you get water from National Water Commission?
Yeah, I have it at my house, but I cannot use it just like in the farm, you know. So I have to buy it from a truck because it's more expensive because it is my meter.
Okay, gotcha. So you
Yeah.
have to get those big drums to
S-
store the
s-
water,
Store the
or you
water,
have a
yeah.
tank.
No,
You,
I have the
you,
drum. I have the black drum them.
okay, good. So I know you, Karen, you take a lot of this stuff to the market, so you employ a lot of other people to bring those produce out there. So how difficult is that nowadays to get it to market? And do you make a profit, or is it hard to make a profit?
Well, it is easier now to bring the produce to market than first time days
Why?
because from yes, for me now, there's a taxi that come from me on Friday mornings and bring me to market. And there sometimes you make great profit, other times, sometimes the market bad. But I have to live on because that's my job.
Okay, so how difficult it is? Do you have good, proper roadways to take it from the farm, Stubborn, to where you can load it to get it to market? Or tell me about that.
Well, I have transportation when I reap it from the farm, bring it to my house, and then the Higla them come and buy it from me here. I know me them go in the bush again more than so. We just take it to the house and them come and purchase, take them stuff, buy them
So
stuff.
you
Yeah, and more
mentioned,
time a farm near the house, so I have the farm at my house. So
so
sometimes
you
it's
have
much easier. Yeah,
okay, so you have good roadways to take it to your house, so
Yes.
yeah,
people
I have
can
good
get.
roadways. Yeah,
Okay, so but that's not the same for a lot of other farmers, is it? They have more difficulties taking it from their farms because they don't have good roadways.
no have good roadways, you know. But I have good
So
roadways.
yeah, so I'm talking in general. The farmers in Prospect District and in and around there, do all of them have this good access to the farm and back in terms of bringing their fertilizers and seeds, and then your farm products, farm equipment to the farm, and also taking the product from the farm to market? Is there good route?
Well, them have the same challenge like me, you know, because they have road and they have the higgler coming, same just like me, because you don't have the farmer here who go to market, just the higgler with depend on.
Yes, but do you need like assistance from the government to make better roadways, water, have water being accessible for farming? Tell me about
Yeah,
that.
Well, we need the water. We need the immigration, just like New Forest. That is what we need from the government, and a better road system. But the road is not like the immigration. The immigration, we need that more than the road.
That's the irrigation, the farming
Irrigation,
Water.
water.
yeah, water, yeah, we need that.
Okay. So
That's
you
what we
need a
vote
lot
for.
more.
That's what we vote for, and we're not getting it.
Okay, so you need a lot more water because I know Prospect has a dry spell, a drought that comes around
Right now
certain
we have
times of
drought.
the year. Oh, there you go. So the rain does not come as much as you want it to, so that does not give you the yield from the crop
Yeah,
as it should.
yeah,
So
you lose crop.
and then coupled with that, you have a lot of low pricing of because of the market conditions.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
so surviving 30 years. I know between both of you, you had a son, and
Yes.
both of you grew that son, and he was very successful academically, and he entered the university and also did his internships in the United States. Um, I know there was a tragic event, and we spoke about that some time ago. And
yeah,
my condolences to both of you. But
yeah.
I want to touch on the subject. I know it's a touchy subject, but your son, prior to him passing away, also helped you to revolutionize your farming. Tell me
Yes.
about that. Tell me what he did and how he helped both of you to change the way you farm.
Well,
You make it easier for us by using
by using
the drip.
the
Yes.
drip system.
So, to explain what is the drip system.
Yeah, the drip system now. You buy the drip, and then you drip it in the field, like it's by the roll, and you drip it in the field. You have 1 foot, you have 2 foot drip, and drip it in the field. Connect it on the drums. Get the chuck the water to the drums. Connect it, turn on the drip to the hose, and then the hose it feed it plant. You plant it on the drip, so it's much easier than use the drum, take water in your hand and wet it. So the drip is come easier. That's what my son did before he died.
So, let me touch on the drip system. The drip system is where you run lines, that's water hose lines
Yeah,
Yes.
throughout the entire garden, and
Right.
then you drip the water by gravity feed
yeah,
to each root of each plant that you've planted.
Yes.
That's a
yeah,
Yes.
lot of work to get that system in place.
yes,
Was it expensive to have that system?
Yes.
yes.
It's
It's
expensive.
very expensive, but it's much easier.
Okay, so once you have it in place, then you don't have to do it twice. Put it that
No,
way.
No.
no,
Okay,
you don't
that's
have to do it. When you have the drip, you have that for a long time. So
wonderful.
you spend one money, a big money, and then it remain and still keep continue.
So tell me about larceny. People stealing your drip system. Do farmers have that problem?
No, I
No.
don't. I don't
No.
have that problem.
Not as
Oh,
yet.
well, we don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, so tell me, over the 30 years, Karen and Stubban, you this was a few years back that you had a drip. Your son helped you to put in that drip system.
Yes.
Now, do you see an easier way to farm other than the drip system?
No, the drip is
That
no.
is the easiest
That's the
way.
easiest way.
So, what
The
about?
drip.
Let me ask you about the greenhouse farming or
Oh.
the hang farm when you plant on racks instead of on the ground.
Yes. Well, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about the greenhouse, but at the greenhouse is a easier farm, but it's very expensive. It's $1 million thing. It's very expensive.
More than the
So,
More
gypsies.
than the Jeep. It's very
oh,
expensive. But you're
so
sure to
does
get the yeah.
you sure to
Very,
get
very expensive. You're sure to get the
the
crop more. You have no frost, nothing, no rain, but it is very expensive.
so let me
So you
ask
have
you this.
less people, you have less small farmer do the Jeep, the greenhouse. They mostly do the Jeep.
Okay, so with RADA, and RADA is what, the Rural Agricultural Development Agency.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
so do they subsidize it through the government to help the farmers to get this system that you get a bigger yield, or do you have to do it on your own?
You have to do it on your own.
Well, you put it to them and thing, but you have to do much thing on your own. As I say to you, the help with what I do is just a little bit drop in the bucket. You have to have your money to do your things.
Okay, so it's very strenuous. Um,
Yeah.
so let's kind of fast forward here, because you still survive. You pay your bills, and I know you lost your son. That was a huge setback. And how did you both manage after that and to keep going and doing what you're doing together? How did that work out? How
Well,
did that?
well, it hurt, but we
It's very hard, but we have to try our best. And we try our best. More time, both of us keep up each other. And then we
Mhm.
said, boy, life have to go on. Can't just sit back. Life have to go on.
Right. So, how about the community? Did the community assist in terms of giving you moral support, in terms of sympathizing, helping,
Of
and so on?
yes, yes,
yes, yes,
yes.
I know,
100%.
I know he was well known and well loved by the
Yes.
entire community. So, I know that you get a lot of you got a lot of friends in Prospect and all the entire South Central Jamaica and across
yeah.
Yes.
Jamaica.
Even
Yeah.
Lots
out
of
So,
of
friends.
right.
Up to Friday, I have lots of friends here
him.
all
As
around, from
always,
St. James all around. I stop on
yeah,
this.
yeah. So,
General.
so, so, Karen, I know you did a lot of cooking for that event. Where
Yes.
I know you have both of you have friends that come in from time to time. It's always a mature crowd, professional people, great friends. So what you cook last time? Because I like to hear what you were cooking.
Oh, what I cook fried chicken and pork and rice and peas.
What?
And also
So,
soup.
And soup. Yes, soup.
Friday, we do a big cooking.
That's what.
and a whole heap of rum drink.
Whole heap
Yes.
of rum.
Yes, ma'am. So tell me, what the way you see farming now, and how things are going, and business. It's very. I know things are tough, but how do you manage to survive throughout the whole of this? Is it like having great friends, or do you keep parties? What do you do?
Well, I don't keep a big party again. I just invite my friend and we have a little cookout and I don't sell the food and we sell the drinks and thing and it's gone. And them loved it and then loved it. Them love it. Because them come from St. James, all about Clarendon, name it. And when they come, them like it because me have scallion, tomato, melon, then we get it back home. So then love come and take a break out with me.
Yes, I understand that. It's kind of
Yeah.
dark where you are. Yeah, you gotta come close to the phone because I don't want the shadow to. I need to see your faces. So, what advice after 30 years being together? I know you both of you had your ups and downs. Every
Yes.
relationship has that. What advice would you give to the youngsters that are getting into their relationships now? Because it's kind of different nowadays, isn't it? Where people are breaking up easier and they don't stick together longer. What advice both of you would have to give to them for them to keep their relationships together?
Well,
First of all, don't follow hearsay. That's number one.
Okay.
And number two, it's not every time you're going to have things as how you want it to be.
Hmm.
Because this minute the man may have a money, this minute, next minute, bound you have none. So you
Hmm.
have to just cope with that. And
And
again, one hand cannot clap either. Both
mhm.
of you have to try and do something.
Wonderful. You know, so that's great advice because nowadays you have the women that are saying that the men only have to provide, and if they can't provide, they move on to the next man. So that's great advice, Karen. What would you say, Stubban, is
yes,
the
I
things that keep both of you together?
yes. What I'm saying, one hand can clap as the Karen said, because the woman supposed to can help the man pay the bill. The man supposed to can help the man pay the bill. Whenever time things down, both of one of you must can say the bill have to pay, the light bill have to pay, and the food have to come in the house to put on the table. So it's good when two of you is doing something for help each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's called teamwork.
Yeah, we
You
have
have
a
to work
teamwork
together as a team. So
as a team.
you're doing the farming, she's running the shop, and she's running the other section of the business to bring the produce to the market. So
Yes. And
it works hand in hand because you have to make sure it's ready, prepared, and she takes it, and she also runs that aspect of the business. That's a wonderful combination, a wonderful unity in terms of teamwork, because you constantly have to be communicating to each other um, at all times so you can coordinate and get things done. So you've been doing that for 30 years, and that's remarkable. And that's a great example to many of the youths that are going to be listening to this. And I want to point out that you're both icons because both of you still attend a lot of community events,
Yes.
school events, and
yeah.
also you support a lot of the people in and around your community. So tell me about that. How do you keep up with all of that with what you have to do?
Yes. I have to keep it up, but I just know my limit. So that's why I have to work, because I have to go event and I have to spend the money, and I have to go all around. So I put away the money for that purpose, because I cannot stay on my bar alone, and I need to see my friend will come and look for me. I have to go back. So I work hard and study my head how to do it. So me I get around it. I was doing that for a while. From when I was small and 14. From about 12-year old, I've been going to party until me I come up and keep
so
going to
so
party and party. Up to yesterday, go to party at Black River.
hmm
And Karen and one of
yeah.
my friend, we go and eat fish at Black River yesterday. At
Wonderful. I know both of you do a lot of stuff together, and that's a wonderful thing. And Karen,
yeah,
how do you keep up with all this?
Well, for me, it kind of hard still for me, sometimes. Sometimes.
Hmm.
Sometimes we tell him it's not everywhere you can go.
Hmm.
You have to squeeze some of them.
Right.
But if say, Karen, remember when you look a bar, and if them come support us and we don't go back, next time we're going to keep something there, they are not going to come back, Karen.
Right. Uh-huh.
Because they are going to say you don't support them. So
Hmm.
they're not going to support us back. Some say, okay, but well, I always say, well, you know you do now. Don't spend nothing heavy. You have to know how to, you know, spend a little money, because time is very hard.
Yes. Okay. That's wonderful. That's teamwork. So let me ask you, there's a lot of people involved in your lives in terms of family, friends. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone? Um,
Oh,
go ahead. Start.
okay, I want to say, give a big shout out to my cousin Ophelia. Both of us travel morning time, go market at least. I mean, on Fridays, to market, and Saturday nights coming back home. Both of us all the way. So a big shout out for her, to her, and to all of the Bowes family and the Harriets and the Powell, everybody.
Congratulations. Well done.
Wonderful. Stubborn, you want to give a shout out?
Yes, I want to give a shout out. I want to give condolence to Rasta family. Rasta is where get me on the radio station. RGR 94 up to 3 weeks ago I was on the radio. And it's so sad that Thursday he did go to the hospital in Kingston and talk to me. And Friday I call nothing. Friday night 11 o'clock daughter call Rasta pass off. So I'm so sad. That is my good friend. Put me up to Roger on 94. Tonight they're going to hear Roger on the radio. RGR 94. Just pass off like that. So condolence to the family first. I have my friend Dan. I have all my friend Mr. Cameron. I have Danny. I have so much of them. Mike. I have so much people. I have Joel Booth Little. Was retired police. Lots of people. Big up everybody. Big up all family, prospect, everywhere. In Jamaica. I have friends all around in Jamaica. Big up. This is Stubban. Love everyone. Big up. I'm big up.
Wonderful.
I'm big up. I'm big up Georgie. Big up YouTube. It's actually you are the
Bless you,
star
bless you.
from years.
Goodness gracious
Yeah,
me.
one
Thank
of
you.
them. Yes, to that.
So, I'll be down in Jamaica soon, so I'll be coming to your place to have some of that wonderful meal and that good rum. So
Yes.
we're gonna be broadcasting live from Stubborn when I get to Jamaica. So you'll see firsthand how it works and how I'm do things with both Stubborn and Karen. We say thank you very much for being a part of the show. I'll see you in Jamaica when I get there. And I say thank you to everyone who joined the show and are watching live. We had a couple difficulties earlier, but we will be going live from Stubborn's location when I get there. So, guys, you want to say thank you before we cut the
Yes,
show?
Yes,
thank you for having us
loving us.
also.
And big up Top Rock Billings. That's our club. Billings, we in Billings. Big up.
Every time that we got to be
Yes,
All
man.
right.
That's our club. Yeah. Respect. All
Wonderful,
right.
wonderful. Thank you, guys.
Wonderful,
We say,
wonderful.
God bless you. Always pray when you're going out. Pray when you're coming in. We love you, and we say God bless. Thank you, and we'll see you when I get to Jamaica. All right.
All right,
Okay.
wonderful.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Naram Promotions is at you. Good morning. Naram Promotions is at you.